Hey everybody, we are here on another Monday night. This is a Monday moment. It's Pastor Will in his kitchen, and just here to talk to you a little bit about what we talked about on Sunday at church. Hey Ashley, good to see you on here. Debbie, thanks for watching. On Sunday, I challenged all of us, myself included, to get to know my neighbors, because God has placed us in the neighborhoods that we are in for a reason. In Acts chapter 17, we read how God has marked our boundaries. He's made us live where we are so that men might seek Jesus and find him. And so we are placed in the neighborhoods that we're in for a reason. So I gave you all a challenge, and I gave you one of these magnets to put on your fridge. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of work to do here, and I actually had to call some people and was like, okay, I got to figure out some neighbors' names and who I can start praying for. Hey, Toby, you know your wonderful neighbors. You're doing better than me right now. I've got some work to do to try to figure out who my neighbors are. And there are some that I already have introduced myself to that it would be really awkward to try to get their name from them. So I had to reach out to some friends and say, hey, could you tell me their name again so that I don't have to ask it again? And that's okay. It doesn't matter if you have to cheat to get their name. However you get their name, I want you to get their name and begin praying for your neighbors. So I cheated on a couple of these. It's not really cheating. It's just the point is learn who your neighbors are, get their names, start interacting with them, start reaching out to them and showing them the love of God, because God has placed you in their life for a reason. So the greatest commandment, if you know that in the scriptures, Jesus says, two greatest commandments: love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. And I challenged you in service, hey, what if we took that literally and we started loving our actual neighbors, like the people that live next to us? What if God wants us to love them? And how might we love them well? And the first step is knowing your neighbors. So try to figure out the 8 closest people that live next to you, all their names, and begin filling in this little graph. If you didn't get one of these in church, we're going to have some more available to you. But fill in, even if you didn't get one, write down your 8 closest neighbors and start praying for them. And if you already know all those, reach out to somebody even farther away. But know that God has placed you in the community that you're in for a reason. And he wants you to reach out with love to your neighbors. The first step's knowing their name. Then you can progress from there. Bring them a plate of cookies. Start raking leaves as the leaves fall this fall for your neighbor. Just let them know you care. Write them a note. Let your neighbors know that you're there, you love them. It's a way. And we talked about, don't go with some agenda, win them over and to bring them to church or any of that. Just love them because you're supposed to love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I know that when my neighbors reach out to me, that means a lot to me. When they're willing to step out and help me in a way, it's always blessed me. So if I'm going to love them like I love myself, then I need to be reaching out and letting them know that I care, that they're there, that they're alive. So this is I'm preaching this message as much to me as I am to you, because obviously, like I said, I can only do 4 right now. That's sad. I hate to admit that as a pastor, that I only know 4 people. Debbie Barden, you're right. Maybe the white pages, I could look in there. Hey, Jane. Yeah, so I'm sad to say as a pastor that I only know 4 people right now, 4 of my neighbors. I need to get on it. So I'm going to do that. this fall, it's my goal to learn the 8 closest neighbors next to me, and then maybe even progress from there. But let's start with the 8 people closest to us, and then be intentional about loving them this fall up until the holiday season. And then hopefully by then you've developed some good relationships, lasting ones. So I hope you guys have a great week. Figure out what your neighbors' names are, and hopefully we can all have our 8 pages filled out. And this handy dandy little magnet can be on your fridge, and you can begin praying for them. And guess what's going to happen when you start praying for your neighbors? God's going to reveal to you things that you can do for them, things that you can say to them. When we begin praying for people by name, you will be amazed at how God opens doors and your eyes to the needs of your neighbors. So have a great week. We're going to talk more about that on Sunday, about loving our neighbors. And I hope you guys have a great week. Love you all. Bye.